In this video, I will be going over and how to use the Customer Manager and online update process for approving a BV customer for online access. So first, I will be looking at the Customer Manager here, and we have an option where we display if a customer record is incomplete in BV. And for approving a customer online, the record needs to be complete in BV. And one example would be if the address was missing. So what we have here on top, we have this displayed here to indicate that if a customer number has a red asterisk, the record is incomplete in BV. And here we're looking at one example specifically, the customer Ames here. So it has a red asterisk, and that means that the record is incomplete. So the two very obvious are, we see there's no email address here in the grid view, and there's no name. So those are the two obvious missing fields. Now when I hover my mouse over the name, the tooltip actually pops up and displays which fields are missing. So it says incomplete columns, bill to, which is the bill to address, is email, contact name, and address. And then I display the ship to, so this would be for a customer who has more than one shipping address, and if you want to see if they were all complete. In this case, I only have one. The ship to ID is Winnipeg, so then it shows me which fields are missing in that record. So now I will move over to Business Vision to actually look at that record. So here I have the Ames customer in Business Vision. And when I look at their bill to address, I can see that the address is missing. So what I will do here, I will enter the address, Anywhere Street. And then also we saw that the email was missing on the ship to. So I will enter my email address here. And keep in mind, the email address needs to be unique for each customer. For online access, you can only have one email per customer, and so if you have multiple customers in Business Vision potentially with the same email, it needs to be corrected so that you have unique emails. Then of course the name was missing here as well, so I'll enter my name here. And I will now click Save, but also as you saw on the tooltip, my ship to address Winnipeg is also incomplete. Here too I'm missing the address, so I will also say 123 Some Street, and the postal code is missing here. Of course, I will enter a Manitoba postal code. And then the other thing that was also missing in the ship to address is the name. So I will enter a name, and I believe that's it. So now what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click Save in Business Vision and go back to BV Connect, and I'm going to click on Update Customer List. So now that the update process is run, now my Ames record does no longer show the asterisk, so it means it's now complete in Business Vision. And I can see that I have my email, my name here now. The email and name, that is derived from the bill to address in Business Vision, and again that needs to be unique. So if we had more than one email address, the same email address per customer record, and if they both needed approval for online, they would need to have a unique email address for each record. So now the next step that I'm going to do here, just briefly demonstrate the filtering. So let's say I have a customer list of about 1,000 customers, and I want to very quickly find that one customer that I want to approve. Instead of scrolling through the whole list, I am just going to enter the customer number I'm looking for, and then click on Search. And here it is, so I have it back. And I can filter by the company name, email address, name. Another useful way of filtering is using the filter by date created. First, I'm going to reset the filter. Useful way of filtering is filtering by the date created and also filtering by the date modified. So my Ames record, I just modified it in Business Vision, and if I was modifying, let's say 2 or 3 records, and I very quickly wanted to find just those 2 or 3 records that I've just modified, I can just go and select Filter by Date Modified, enter today's date, and then I click on Search. And now it gives me back these 2 customers. So the Ames was one of them that I just modified, and the Ace is obviously one that I modified earlier today. So what I'm going to do with the Ames customer now, I'm going to check the customer off, And basically with that check mark, I'm saying that this will become an online customer. So I click Save, and then I click on Save Changes. Once that's done, now I've basically specified this customer will be added online either through the schedule process that's running in BV Connect, or I can do this manually to update this customer for online access. So I'm going to click on Online Update. I'm going to enter my customer number here, Ames, and then I'm going to select New Customer because that's what this is. This is a new customer. And then I'm going to click on Run Now. Next, you'll see running the process is running for adding this customer online. And now the process is done running, and it shows me the online offer has completed successfully, customer number Ames. So this customer will now have online access, and what's going to happen is that this customer will receive an email, a welcome email, and it's a template that can say anything a company requires it to say, and it will specify the email and the password in this email, and then the customer can come and log in with that information. And here I'm just briefly going to demonstrate in the back end of Magento to show that the customer was added. So here I've already had have one customer added, but then here I have the customer I just added, which is the Ames customer.